Hey, it's Stacy from GreatGardenPlants.com, and I am so excited that we added bulbs to our lineup this year. I love bulbs. There's really nothing else that you can buy in the plant world that is so inexpensive and gives you so much to look forward to in spring. They're long-lived and they're super easy to plant. A lot of people get really intimidated about the idea of buying 25 or 50 bulbs and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to dig 50 holes as if you were planting a perennial or a tree. But it's not that way at all. You can actually plant bulbs really quickly using one of the two methods I'm gonna show you today. The ideal time to plant bulbs is about 4 weeks before your ground freezes. I know that's a hard date to predict for a lot of people, but normally speaking, if you live in a cold climate, you wouldn't want to plant any earlier than about late September. And in most areas, you're looking at anywhere from like the first week of November till about Thanksgiving. Here in Michigan, I've typically planted my bulbs as late as Thanksgiving and it's caused no problems whatsoever. You want fall to be in the air, and again, give them about 4 weeks before conditions get really cold. So I'm gonna show you two methods to plant bulbs. They're both super easy, and you can pick whichever one works best for you, depending on the effect that you're going for. So let's get to it. So the first step is going to be to remove any mulch that you have over the area. The first method is using a hand trowel. Open up a little pocket of earth and stick the bulb in. As far as planting depth goes, the general rule is that you want to plant them about 3 times their height. Now you don't need to remember that because when we ship them to you, that instruction is going to be right on your package. You definitely want to err on the side of caution and plant a little bit more shallow than necessary, because if you plant them too deeply, they may exhaust all of their energy before they can bloom. So the second method uses a shovel to dig a bigger hole where we're going to put a lot of bulbs in. And this method works really well if you want one of those big, beautiful, lush displays with lots of different things coming in together. So what we're going to do is dig a hole, let's say about 10 inches wide, 6 to 8 inches deep. Now in this hole, I'm going to go ahead and plant probably about 15 to 20 bulbs, a mixture of daffodils, scilla, and muscari, or grape hyacinth. So what you want to do is start with your deepest bulbs and place them in groups of 3 or another odd number. And then you just want to add a little bit more soil because the other bulbs that we're planting don't need to be as deep as these daffodils do. So you can see the daffodil noses are still sticking up, and we're probably at about 3 to 4 inches deep now until we're back at the soil level. And now I'm going to take some of these awesome little muscari, grape hyacinths, and Siberian squill and just kind of sprinkle them around. Ideally, you want that point to be pointing up, but if you mess it up, there's no worries. They'll still be able to grow and bloom just fine. Now these I'm going to also group into little groupings of 3 around the daffodils. And as you can see, I'm really planting a lot in here. And now I'm just going to sprinkle in some of this scilla. So what I usually do is just kind of sprinkle them in so I get a naturalistic look, and kind of spread them out. Set them on their right edges if you can. It's okay if they touch a bit. That's how you get a nice full look. Okay, and now I'm just going to go ahead and cover that back up. Now you can water this and then replace the mulch and look forward to spring. So as you can see, I just put about 20 bulbs in one hole, and that's going to give me a really beautiful full look, and it saves me from having to dig 25 individual holes. All I'll have to do is dig 5 holes and I'll have 5 beautiful displays. So it's a lot faster and easier than digging individual holes for every bulb. Sometimes you do need to dig those individual holes, like if you're planting in a perennial garden, but if you have open spaces, this is the easiest way to do it, and you will get great results.